Krishna. Hare Krishna. We welcome you all for the second day of the Sankirtan orientation session. I hope you had a good day yesterday. I hope you liked the presentation given by His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu. We'll start today. We'll just do a small kirtan for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll start the presentation for Get Sets and Go, how to sell Srimad Bhagavatam. Is Priya Kishori here? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Closer. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Na Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gaur Premanande. Om Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Actually, I feel unqualified to sit in front of all the great book distributors here. Before we start, I seek blessings from His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, Her Grace Nirakula Mataji, for helping us develop this course so that we can share whatever we practice here with all of you, so that we can increase set distribution throughout North America. I also beg for the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas, so that you can give me permission so I can speak something out of my own realization. Today we are going to talk about the get sets and go. This is how to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam sets door to door. Yesterday, just a quick recap of what we did yesterday was we discussed the 4 laws of book distribution, and we went over how to present Bhagavad Gita on its own merit. And today, most of the seminar, actually we will be practicing the principles that were discussed yesterday. So how to apply those principles. So the principles are still the same, it's just that application in different places will be different. Yesterday, Vaisheshika Prabhu has described about the legacy, how it was passed down to us. I was reading that Srila Prabhupada started translating Srimad Bhagavatam in 1960-61 in Vrindavan. He translated 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he printed himself with great difficulty. And he came to America with just 40 rupees and those 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when he was initially in Butler, Pennsylvania, staying with Sally Agarwal and Gopal Agarwal, Prabhupada actually was selling those Bhagavatams and actually maintaining himself. And Srila Prabhupada said that there is no other book or no other literature greater than Srimad Bhagavatam that can teach us pure devotional service. Yesterday, His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying that we have to know our product. So we are here marketing different literatures that are given by various acharyas, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada said, this is the best book. Any sampradaya we go, if you see Sri Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya, any sampradaya we go, actually they consider Srimad Bhagavatam to be the highest. It propounds the highest philosophy. And Srila Prabhupada said that in his letter that I want that every respectable person has a full set of Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita in his home. So we are actually taking that legacy, and then we're actually going door to door and fulfill Srila Prabhupada's instruction by placing them in every respectable people's house. We learned about 4 laws of book distribution yesterday. Can we take a quiz on what were the 4 laws? Let's see. Law number 1. Strong. Number 2. Number 3. And the 4th one? Yes, you remember very well. So these are the 4 laws. And now someone can guess what would be the 4 laws of book distribution for Srimad Bhagavatams. What would be the 4 laws? Yes, law is a law. It is applicable either for Bhagavad Gita, small books, or Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are the same laws that we practice even for distributing Srimad Bhagavatam set. And some of the aspects of the laws that were discussed by His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu will be repeated in this presentation because just to emphasize the importance of all those points. So the first law again, sadhana. We already discussed strict, serious, and sincere, but we are emphasizing again about the sadhana because Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam. It has been emphasized 3 times because of its importance. And our book distribution or set distribution starts with our sadhana in the morning. We actually pray very hard, very, very hard to be instruments. And our book distribution directly correlates to our sadhana every day. We pray to act as instruments, like His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying yesterday. We are just a robot. We are just robots. We are just asking Krishna to act through us. And it also gives us what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, nimitta matram, we are instruments only. And Srimad Bhagavatam, we have observed many times that we try to present Srimad Bhagavatam in various ways to different people door to door, but Bhagavatam only goes wherever Krishna wants to go. Sometimes people are very favorable and we think like, oh, definitely he's going to take a Bhagavatam, he or she is going to take a Bhagavatam, but a Bhagavatam doesn't go because Bhagavatam wants to go where he wants to go. So we are just instruments, just delivering the set to someone. So it's good to remember that point. And depending on Lord Chaitanya, as Prabhu was saying yesterday, that when we depend on Lord Chaitanya and make a plan and depend on Lord Chaitanya will make it happen. One day we went door to door during the Gaur Purnima festival, and we knocked the door and someone was from Bengal. And then we thought like, oh, Bengali, he will definitely take Chaitanya Charitamrita because he understands the language, he knows the culture, so it's very easy. I think he's going to take. And that person was very interested when we were presenting Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was listening very attentively, he was agreeing to all the points, and we thought, yes, he's going to take the set. And after like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of our presentation, he didn't take the set. And then we came outside and then we just said, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. We were just chanting loudly and we just knocked the next door. And someone opened the door, like a small slit. And from the slit, they were just wondering, who is this? Should I open the door or not? And then through the slit of the door, we sent in the book inside, Chaitanya Charitamrita or Bhagavatam inside like this. And she took it from that slit and then she asked, what is this? She said, we are distributing this Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we did a small presentation for, I think, less than half a minute. And she said, how much? And then we said $99 and said, okay, is check okay? So it's not about, it is actually depending on Lord Chaitanya that is more important because we cannot present on our own skills. We have to depend on the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And when we do that, difficult things become easy, very easy. This is the second law, right? Get books. Sometimes we think that getting books is actually not part of book distribution as such, because just loading the books, anybody can do it. But actually that is the most important service, to get books. Previously, His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu always says that previously the disciples used to carry wood for the spiritual master everywhere they go. That is a service that used to perform. But in this age, we don't carry wood, but we carry books. Because books comes from wood, from paper. Paper books are all the same. So we are carrying sets, which is actually doing service for our spiritual master. And when you do that service with a nice heart, with a good intention, actually miraculous things happen, because just getting the sets itself is a big thing. I remember that we were going to Stanford University to do University Sankirtan. And University Sankirtan, what are the most popular books that we distribute in University Sankirtan? Perfection Yoga, Bhagavad Gita, Chant and Happy, Science of Self-Realization, right? So we actually loaded all those books in our bags and we were ready to go. And one devotee came and said, did you take Bhagavatam? And we were thinking, why is he asking to take Bhagavatam? It's university Sankirtan, we usually don't take Bhagavatam there. And then we already left out of the premises, temple premises, but we actually came back. We came back, we loaded the Bhagavatam set in the car, and then we thought, okay, because he said, let's do it, the service to the books like that. And we loaded the Bhagavatam and we went to the Stanford University, and we carefully took the Bhagavatam. There was no place to place the Bhagavatam, so we put it under a lamppost. And within 10 minutes, the Bhagavatam was gone. So just doing the service for books, that seva, actually is very important. And some devotees may not be, they may be introvert. They may not want to make the presentation of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, but they can be engaged very nicely they can load the books, they can carry the books. Some devotees actually like to do this service. So it's very, very important to actually get the books. And getting enough sets is also very important, because you cannot take too few sets, because what is the second law? Get books. What does it say? Second one is get books. You can't distribute, you don't have. So if you don't have sets, you cannot distribute them. We actually went to a festival in Pleasanton. We actually thought we'll only take 2 sets, and we carried 2 sets with us. And within maybe an hour or so, the 2 sets were gone. It was very hard for us to find somebody to come to the temple to load those sets again and bring it to the festival. So it's better to take more. It's like if you think that average you distribute 4 sets, just take 5 sets or 6 sets. Extra is okay, but don't carry less number of sets. And here in ISV, our kids actually load the sets for us. Just kidding. They were just and using display copies. When you go door to door, you have to show them sometimes when you make the Bhagavatam presentation, you want to show them some books. And if you open the set and you show them the books from the set, actually, after a few times, actually the books tend to get lost. Because here we have a big congregation, many different teams, big books get lost, and we end up with the broken sets. So it's always good to have one set as a display set. You can make a note of it saying like display use only, so that you only take those display sets wherever you go, door to door. Actually, we found this as a very big problem here. That's why we also started a display set books only. So it's a good thing to have. Invest in useful tools. Many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples who are book distributors, most of them have occupational hazard. Either they have a bad back or they have a bad shoulder, because they were carrying books on shoulder bags before. And His Grace Brigupati Prabhu, he actually told our team that we should stop doing that, because we were using shoulder bags before. He said you should stop doing that, and he asked us to buy the Jansport bags. And I'm sure all of you know about these Jansport bags, because they actually are there for life, which means that once you buy them, even if it is damaged or something wrong, you can return them and they will replace you with a new one. And they have actually tried it, and many times they got new bags like that. Brigupati Prabhu's team actually told us. So we started the Jansport bags. And here you see Haladhara Prabhu carrying an orange colored trolley with 2 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. You get them in Costco for only $20. And it's very useful. It folds it in a very nice way. So you can carry the sets like that, because it's very hard to carry otherwise if you're lifting on your own. And also you have to carry different kinds of sets. Sometimes if you're going in an area where you think there is different local languages, then you can carry the Bhagavatam sets in that language. For example, here we have a lot of Indian population, and some prefer in their own language, like we have Gujarati Bhagavatam set, Telugu, we have Hindi, we have Tamil, various languages. So depending on the area you're going, or depending on the festival you're going, if you know ahead of time what language they're speaking, it's good to have different language sets also. And we also carry Krishna books, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, part 1, Then we carry Bhagavad Gitas, we carry regular books that you can, different variety of books you can take with you. Actually, we will bring the fourth law first before the third law, because the third law for Srimad Bhagavatam is actually little big, because the presentation part is actually little lengthy. So we'll first talk about organization, and then we'll go back to the third law. The most important part we felt for Srimad Bhagavatam distribution is a location. Which place are you going door to door? We have few devotees actually who work all the time making a database of all the locations. The best way to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam is through referrals and connections. Whenever a devotee lives in certain area, we actually get their address and we ask them, do you know anybody around you, your neighbors? They may not be interested in taking Bhagavatam, but at least they know them. So we make a note of all those contacts and we start going in that area. So anybody coming to your temple, just ask them where do they live and do they have there any friends. One of our devotees actually plays volleyball, so he actually collected all the contacts of his volleyball friends. And one by one, actually, we went to those areas. And I think now most of his volleyball friends actually have Bhagavatam sets. and also, contacts is very important, because another devotee, actually, she made a list of all the people she knows. She took her phone contacts, and she made all the list of all the contacts, and she started contacting one person after another by checking. So going into that area. And for example, you know one person in Fremont. Fremont is one of the areas here. And then you go to that area and you talk to that person, and if they end up taking a set or don't end up taking a set, you ask them, do you know anybody in this area who actually are receptive to take Bhagavatam? And they say, oh, that person in that door, I think he might be interested. That person in that door might be interested. This person in that door might be interested. Because they are in their neighborhood. So we just go and knock those doors. And I think 60%, usually they end up taking books, 60% like that. And utilize social media in organizing. I mean, I'm sure everybody uses WhatsApp here. Actually, we use heavily WhatsApp for organizing, and we also use that for encouraging. So when we are door to door, whenever we distribute a set, they actually send a message on WhatsApp saying that one set gone with a picture. And the other team thinks, okay, they have done it, let me also try very hard. And they keep sending messages like that, pictures on WhatsApp. So we use social media a lot to actually encourage and to. And sometimes even we need books. We just post it there and everybody knows. Anybody is close by to the temple, they actually bring books for us. So we use social media.
Mataji, I have a quick question for you. On the previous slide, you said about creating database of locations.
Yes.
Can you give an example? I mean, few examples about like what kind of locations you go to? I mean, you mentioned about the university Sankirtans and some festivals.
Yes.
So can you share some more locations that will help us to create those databases?
So festivals, as you said, is a very important spot. We actually look at the calendar. We look for Indian festivals around this area. Like there is Ugadi festival, then Earth Day, and then we have Diwali. Diwali festivals, they're already in the festive mood at that time. So those are very good locations for Srimad Bhagavatam sets. And good school districts. This is very, 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 it has worked for us a lot. That good school districts, all the cream of the society lives in the good school district, because most of the time they want their children to go to good school district. And they always take Bhagavatam sets in good school districts. And then one more thing, Prabhu, what were you asking?
The university Sankirtans.
University Sankirtan, generally we don't distribute Bhagavatam sets there. That was only one instance that we distributed Bhagavatam set in a university. Generally we do Bhagavad Gita like that. But if you can present it to professors in university, they could be in a library also. So
We do have a library donation program, Mataji, in Connecticut. What we do is we donate Bhagavad Gitas to each and every Connecticut library. We have covered quite a few libraries so far.
Nice, nice.
Do you also distribute Bhagavatam sets in libraries?
Yes. Some universities, there's a library party that we have where they're actually just focusing on placing Srimad Bhagavatams in different universities and different in libraries in the Bay Area. And universities, they also have funds, so we don't have to donate all the time. You can also get the Lakshmi for the Srimad Bhagavatam set if you want to place in the library. So there are different ways actually.
Is it possible for you to share your database with us? That will give us some idea.
Yeah. Shivakumar Prabhu in the back, he's our database expert of location, so he can share.
I'll get it right. Thank you.
And you have to balance and complement your team. We actually make a small team of 4 to 5 devotees in a team, and make sure that you know your team very well. Some might be expert in presenting, some might be quiet, but they actually give some punch points. So you know your team ahead of time, and make your presentation in such a way that you don't interrupt while others are speaking. When somebody is presenting and you interrupt, they actually lose a train of thought, and it doesn't even look good when you're making a presentation. So you balance and complement your team so that it is balanced evenly. And generally, some Mataji in your team is preferable, but it is not required. I know for brahmacharis it's not possible, but this is the more you show, the more you sell. We are coming to this third principle of book distribution. And this has different aspects. One is that mood, connection, presentation, and donation. And let's talk about the mood first. As His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu has described yesterday, we are there actually to give. We are not going there to get something from them, get money from them, because they can sense your mood. If you are there thinking that, okay, I want to distribute a Bhagavatam set to you because I think that this is better than what you're doing, it comes out. It comes out in the presentation that you're making. But instead, if you have a mood that I'm here to present this highest knowledge, and I think it will be beneficial for you to actually reach Srimad Bhagavatam, then they actually sense everything. And we should be humble and respectful as well, because sometimes different people are at different levels. Some are practicing yoga, some are practicing Brahman realization, some even say that I am God. So, but we can't go and disturb them. Our goal is not to go and preach and change them at that point. Our goal is just to give the Bhagavatam set and let Bhagavatam do the magic. So, we don't want to argue with the philosophies that they're practicing, but we'll just very nicely present Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we are here to give, not to get something from them. And next, we actually want to establish a connection with the person who we are meeting. So these are all the same principles that as Vaisheshika Prabhu described yesterday about distributing a Gita also. But the connection part here is little more elaborate, because when you're presenting Srimad Bhagavatam, you're not just giving one book, you're giving a set of books. So you actually need to make some kind of friendship with them for those few minutes or an hour. Generally, Bhagavatam takes about 45 minutes, Prabhu? Yeah, about 45 minutes to 1 hour to actually distribute a Bhagavatam set. So we want to actually build some friendship, some connection with them before we start presenting the Bhagavatam. What we do is when we knock a door, we actually find if there are any signs outside. So some people actually hang some nice decorations outside their house. Some people have a picture of Buddha outside. Some people have picture of Ganesha, something, So just looking at the surroundings, you get some idea about who they are or what they believe in. And the first thing we say that we are here from the local center. If it is an American, then when we knock the door, they open, we say, we are here from the local yoga center, and we're here to invite you to a festival. Because if you say that, when you knock the door, they are thinking that, what do they want from me, why are they here? But if you say that, no, I'm here to invite you for something, actually that relieves some pressure for them. So we just say we are here to invite for a yoga festival. And for Indians, we say that we are here to invite you for Janmashtami festival, or we have Narsingha Chaturdasi coming, so we say we're here to invite for Narsingha Chaturdasi. Or some festival, it doesn't matter. If there's no festival, we say, today is auspicious Ekadashi, we want to invite you to come to temple on Ekadashi. It's just to break the ice. And then we use question as a hook at this point. So you notice something outside, right? Let's say you noticed Ganesha outside. We ask, oh, do you worship Ganesha? And then they say, yeah, I worship Ganesha. And sometimes we say, Yat pada pallava yugam vinidhaya kumbha dvandve pranama samaye saganadi raja. We start saying some prayers just to make some connection with them. And once we went to a house, we knocked the door, and there was this lady from Vietnam. She opened the door. And as soon as she opened the door, right in front of the door was an altar of Buddha. Very beautiful altar of Buddha. She had different 3 layers. There were some offerings of water and everything. And then we said, oh, you worship Buddha. That is very nice. And we just have a question as a hook, and we actually proceed. And if somebody's from, let's say they are from Vietnam, if you know Vietnamese, you can speak Vietnamese to break the ice. If they are from South India, and then we ask, where are you from in South India? And they say, oh, I am from Andhra Pradesh. Are you kidding me? Where in Andhra Pradesh? And then we say, Hyderabad. Oh, I am from Hyderabad too. And sometimes it happened, the devotees actually started connecting, ended up that they were actually neighbors in their hometown. So it's actually good to make that connection, because when you think, oh, these are my neighbors, they feel friendly, they don't feel intimidated anymore. And we also speak in local language. I mean, we have devotees from different backgrounds, so we start speaking in the local language, and they become very comfortable. So if they're French, you can speak French. If Spanish, whichever languages you know, actually you can connect with them well. And we actually glorify the local saints in that area. When they say that I am from Tibet or someplace, then we say, we talk about how Buddha preached about compassion, non-violence, how he actually changed changed the world for good. And if they're from South India, we glorify the local saints, that they are from Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, any saint that you can know. Or if you don't know anything, you can just say, I heard people from this area are really nice. That could be just one thing that you can say. And then we connect them back to those local saints, because you have just glorified them, but how does it matter to me, And then we say, you are so fortunate that actually you are coming from a land where all these saints are from. It's actually not artificially we are saying that. We truly mean that it's very nice that you're coming from these local areas. Someone say that, I am from Mathura, Vrindavan. And then we say, like, you're so fortunate that you're born there, you're a Dhamvasi, we just appreciate that they are coming from that place. And whatever they say, just fan the spark, because they don't want to listen to your presentation until they feel that it is something important for them. And by this time, with all your presentation and connection, now their ears are open to listen to what you want to say about Srimad Bhagavatam. If you right away start the presentation, they will be thinking, what are they talking about? It doesn't matter to me. But this is the point where you actually come to the point. They are open, and they will start listening to what you have to say. And here you have to make a decision. Do you want to present them a Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam? Because not everybody is ready for Bhagavatam. So based on the conversation that you have, their interests, you actually have to make a decision here. And one rule most of the time works is that when someone says, come on in, because when you start connecting with them, they say, oh, please, why don't you come in? Most of the Indians, they will say that. And we went to Pleasanton, and when we knocked the door, there was a big window outside their house. And there was Islamic professor, American Islamic professor. He was actually doing prayers with his family. And then he was actually, they were bowing down, and then just when they were finished, actually went and knocked the door. And then, the wife opened the door, and she said, who are you? And we just said that we are coming from the local center. And the husband from inside said, ask them to come inside, ask them to come inside. And then we went inside the door, and we sat down, and then we said, we are here to present Srimad Bhagavatam. And he says, yes, in Kali Yuga, things are very degraded. He said, so much violence is happening, and then we are here living to see all that. And he actually broke down and he started crying. So he took a Bhagavatam, but actually, you can see who is ripe and who is unripe. And usually when they say, come on in, which means actually they want to hear what you had to say. And then that is a chance for you to actually present Srimad Bhagavatam at this time. And if somebody is not ready, just give them a Krishna book or a Bhagavad Gita, because don't push so hard, because whatever you have done so far, actually it's sowing a seed for a later time. Later time, they will actually come and take Bhagavatam. So don't pull so hard for those who are not ready. And this is a point where you start making the Bhagavatam presentation. So you actually give them the Bhagavatam at this point. Give them and start making the presentation on Srimad Bhagavatam. And make a simple presentation. Don't tell the entire philosophy or history of Srimad Bhagavatam in just those 45 minutes. Pick whatever is the most important points, especially the one that you realized. And then this next presentation, sticking to main points, is that everybody has a different way to present Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are just going to give you some different pointers that you can use, but you can say whatever is there according to your realization. And stick to only Bhagavatam. When you start presenting Bhagavatam, if you say that, we have a Sunday program, we have Bhakti Vriksha program, we have the Kirtan Connect program, we have different programs. When you say like that, actually they will be distracted. So just stick to Bhagavatam. Don't talk about the temple programs yet. Once Bhagavatam presentation is done, and once they take the Bhagavatam, at that time you can actually talk about the temple programs. You can give them invitation for all those things. Because the moment you say we have other programs, they will think like, okay, I will come to that program and I will take Bhagavatam, Because they just don't want to make the decision at that point. So we should try to minimize the distractions so that we can make the presentation right away. So the next section is the main points that we can talk, different points that you can present to them. And now Sri Krishna Purushottam Prabhu will talk about these main points. He is actually the biggest book distributor and the biggest distributor of Srimad Bhagavatam. He can distribute Bhagavatam to anybody practically. So he will actually give some presentation about that.